Greetings, I am Liz and I use she, her.
And I am Scandal and I use they, them.
And let's play a game together.
Yeah.
Alright guys, we are going to be trying the testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith.
And this was a game done by Digital Poppy.
And it was part of the Palestine Aid Bundle.
Yes, on Itch.
Which was actually really successful, and they did a really good job raising
Well, actually,
money
as far
for
as
it.
I know, they did not actually reach their target amount.
Oh, was their target $1 million?
Yep, the target was $1 million, and they did not reach it. Which I am disappointed by, but you know what? People trying, so...
They did get 900,000, and it was only open for a week.
Yes.
So, by news report accounts, that was a really good job, but yes, not their goal.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm really proud of them, and I'm really glad to have helped support.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
But
anyway, so this game, we don't, as always, we know very little about it.
Yes.
We're pretty sure it's a visual novel, though it didn't actually call itself that.
Nope, the whole time.
Though, okay, so this one's supposed to have some interesting mechanics where our narrator is supposed to be an unreliable narrator, or at least becoming more and more unreliable as the game goes on.
So apparently there's a sanity sort of meter, or
like
insanity
a stress,
meter.
anxiety, sanity kind of thing.
Yes, so
And
there is
she
themes of like trauma and abuse and PTSD and all sorts of things. I think they said the game was rated as
like 16?
16 plus, maybe?
Something like that.
Something.
Anyway, it's
So-
not for little kids, but it's not mature.
Yes.
But also they said that basically your narrator will give you different or even conflicting information depending on what state she's in, and the meter is hidden so you don't know.
Yes, so actually subsequent playthroughs could be different, and actually will be different as far as I understand. And also there are already multiple endings to this game. So
Yes.
here we go. We're going to
give it a
play
shot. Let's try it.
the testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith.
Huh. Do you want to?
My name is Trixie Glimmer Smith. I'm a first-year student studying regional history and culture studies here at Bluebell University.
Bluebell's adorable.
Events in the past week have led to me falling behind in my coursework.
So that was the entire setup of
This
the thing.
is my extenuating circumstances statement of case.
This is me talking to my teacher.
I hope it is sufficient to explain why I need more time to finish my coursework. Thanks in advance for reading. Thanks.
Okay, but I kind
Thanks.
of love that.
It all started last week. You've got to start. It's
I
like
know.
it's just going.
It's a cutscene. I'm just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
At about 10 in the morning, I dragged myself out of bed and gotten dressed.
I did it.
Okay, I was a lot slower there, sorry.
That is an amazing pillow.
Alright. It's 2 weeks till my coursework deadline. Time to start this report on. Blue Hill Country Cultural Expos 1800 to 1900. You look a little dazed, honey. You're alright. I sat and I stared at the brief for about 10 minutes. Okay, no more slacking. It's time to get to work. I noticed I just clicked onto a 2-hour video essay about memes on vid.com. A whole mood.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Dissociation strong.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say just the premise of this game is I'm going to explain to you how I got behind on my schoolwork. And I imagine it's a harrowing journey, but also, can you imagine scrawling this down frantically to explain to your dean or whatever? I need more time.
Please.
Alright, 2-hour video.
Vid.com. You don't need to click anything, you're fine.
Whoa.
Before I had any more time to be distracted, there was a loud knock on my door. We already got that. We got banged around. That's okay. I jumped, knocking my cereal over. Milk and chocolate-covered sugar flakes split across my generic student spilt.
It's split.
No, but it is supposed to be spilt, I
Spilt,
believe.
yeah.
Spilt across my generic student accommodation carpet. Someone outside yelled.
Oh. Let's see. And Trixie Glimmer Smith, open up. We have something to discuss.
I recognized the voice. It was Nikita, my course's top student. We didn't talk often because she's kind of horrible. I slammed the space bar and quickly opened up a website about sheep. It wasn't really relevant to my work, but I hoped it might look educational enough to make Nikita judge me slightly less.
Oh dear.
Nikita scared the crap out of me, and I didn't want her to keep her waiting, so I ignored the puddle of chocolate milk sleeping in my carpet and opened the door.
Aww.
Nikita immediately marched straight to my room without asking, and I ended up back into my desk.
Right, Trixie. You have to do me a favor.
Oh, do I? Her eyes briefly glanced at the cereal puddle, but quickly locked back onto me like lasers of a sniper rifle trained on my skull. I instinctively sat back down in my chair and looked up at Nikita. I probably looked pretty stubby. It would be almost kind of hot if I wasn't a fucking loser.
Subby.
Oh, pretty subby. Oh! I see.
Do they mean submissive?
I guess, yes. Pretty subby.
Okay.
What? Well, okay, I guess we're that okay. I'm shocked. I wasn't expecting that. I would be kind of hot if I wasn't a fucking loser.
I enjoyed the little, actual sitting down action. That was cute.
I literally missed a thing because you gotta stop talking.
Sorry.
The game actually is doing stuff without me controlling it.
Maybe we need to go change the settings for, the auto part or
There
whatever?
is no auto part. That was literally part of the game.
Wow. So she starts to talk and then it's luck, Trixie.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe in you. You don't...
If I hadn't bailed you out that term by doing your coursework for you, you'd be fucking dead, right?
I mean, I'm not go that far.
You'd be living in a bush and eating dirt because you didn't want to go home.
You don't.
Because you don't want to go home to your family and admit you fucked up your education by sleeping through an entire term.
All right, excuse me for a hot chicken second.
Text speed, much slower? Auto forward time, much
I
slower?
don't know. Is this slower or is this faster?
So that should be slower. To the left should be slower.
Auto forward time. All right, I'm sorry guys, we didn't know what this was gonna be. I had no idea that this was gonna happen.
It's okay. It should be slower to go to the left.
All right,
But
I will try to believe you. I hope this is what
Let's find
because
out.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
because nobody has. So
It's
a
not-
critique that I have for everybody who makes games. Please distinguish which side does what.
What means faster? What means slower?
Because it does seem like y'all are inconsistent about it, and that's really frustrating.
Yes.
I have no trust. I have none. I am a console gamer, and I have no trust.
Aha.
So,
Entire term.
uh, I mean, did I just ruin it completely?
Is that super damn slow? I think that is ultimate slow.
Okay.
Okay,
I
hold
made a
on.
mistake. I don't know how this works.
So go. Maybe
That was basically around where
go
it
a
was.
little lower then, maybe over to T for text speed. The first, the ending T. It's okay, guys. We're gonna have to figure this out together.
I mean, that's a little harsh. Really, I gotta tell you. I'd also been playing video games, writing raunchy fanfiction, and growing breasts. It would be nice to get some recognition for that, for once.
Hey, it takes a lot of work to grow breasts.
By the way,
I know it was. But listen, my point is, you owe me a big time for literally saving your life.
you didn't literally save my life? What the fuck?
Whatever. Look, I just want you to find me a play script. It's easy.
Oh, is that all? I mean, I'm sure I could do that. I guess you did help me a lot, right? Sorry, it's just you were being really aggressive, so I assumed you were going to make me kill someone or something. Oh, I did actually forget to mention this, so I believe the implication here is actually that Trixie is trans. So there is actually some gender dysphoria discussions in this game, so that will be a warning. I apologize for the lateness of it, but I didn't remember.
I forgot about that one too, but one of the last warnings was some gender dysphoria.
We usually have the
thematics.
list open, but we forgot this time.
We did.
So, here we
Themes.
are. The themes. There are some themes in this game. I'd kill someone as something. Tabby, maybe? You hate her.
Myth Knight is a try-hard bitch wasting everyone's time by running against me for student president. But I don't need her dead. I need to keep her around to make me look good.
Tabby keeps psychic crystals in her bra to prevent lunar interference?
Interference.
It's lunar interference, which I'm pretty sure isn't even a word. I'm with you. That's
Yep.
a pretty low standard to make you look good. I felt pretty bad saying that. Tabby was really nice, even if she was a little quirky and didn't really notice me. That said, interference definitely isn't a word.
Nice.
I'm not very likable, so I need all the help I can get. Anyway, shut up.
Your laptop is playing a video called Sheep Falling Over Compilation 6, while your coursework paper is titled, and I quote, Starred Soon. Me.
It's such a me.
Me. Oh my god.
Yeah, so that I imagine that's not going to help any. Whatever is going to happen. So we probably could have left it where it was. It will just interrupt it as it goes. So,
Well, it seems like there is some real distinctive animations connected to give dramatic pauses,
Yes.
as well as to text speed to interact with the emotional weight of things, which I find really interesting, but it's going to be a little jarring until we catch on to it.
yes.
All right. So, are you going to help me, or am I just going to have to never bail you out of one of your fuck-ups again?
I glanced at my laptop. EpicSheepFalls.com wasn't as educational as that. Fine. What do you want exactly? More specifically than just a play script.
Last night I was walking back from the library when I noticed some paper fluttering about. I don't usually make a point of picking stuff up off the floor, but something drew me to it. I picked it up and realized it contained writing. Paper with writing, whoa.
Amazing.
I read it right there in the courtyard. When I finished reading, I stood in silence for some time.
Oh, and it was so silent it became diegetic.
Yeah, so silent, the music stopped. I read an excerpt from The King in Yellow. I don't know how it got there, but I'm certain if that page was there, then the rest must be nearby. A surviving copy of the infamous Cursed play. Do you realize how important that is? No, you probably don't.
No.
Your ears are really cute, dear.
It has rumours of the King in Yellow, and of the ghastly writings within. I very much doubted Nikita had found a page lying around at the university. Copies were meant to be impossible to get hold of, supposedly all lost, hidden, or burnt long ago. I always assumed that play was kind of a myth, actually. Are you sure it was legit? Or maybe you just found part of someone's fan fiction?
Uh-huh.
Nikita slammed her fist on my desk with a bang.
This keeps happening. She's
die.
banging around a lot. I know it's real.
So where'd it go?
Sorry.
It's okay, you're probably right, and only a real loser would write fan fiction about the King in Yellow.
And just like you keep
Like
sitting behind the text box in a
me.
really charming way. The completed play would be of immeasurable importance to my studies. I could write my entire thesis analysing how it has affected folklore, both locally and worldwide. What if it actually was some of Trixie's fanfiction? I need a full copy. Now, after the initial shock of finding it set in, I started sneezing. I concluded there must be some kind of allergen on the paper. I happen to be allergic to exactly one thing in the world. Mouse.
Not being a bitch.
Ha ha ha. Shut the fuck up. I'm allergic to daffodils. Daffodils Lane is a few miles from here. I happen to know that the lane has a lot of daffodils, hence the shitty name. Given the relative rarity elsewhere in the country, I believe the
County, sorry.
I believe the page may have originated there. I tried to go avoiding there myself.
I'd rather avoid going there.
Thank you. I could do this. The fonts are on me.
I was actually going to say, like, if there was a way to change the font, I would also request that too. But
I'm too important to get mildly uncomfortable.
yes.
Too important. Besides, I'm busy brainstorming slogans for my student union presidency campaign. Right now, I'm thinking knowledge through unity, unity through Nikita.
Oh, jeez.
What did she shatter?
I don't know. I think it might have also just been, like, in your head going, oh, well, that's a crack.
Right.
That's like, psh, oh, that was a bad choice.
It's hard to tell. Whatever. As a thank you for me saving your life, you're kindly going to Daffodil Lane and finding the rest of that play for me. This is so wild. Good? Thanks. Sounds like she keeps slapping you or something.
It also could be, like, again, going the whip crack again, anime noises in the background as shit goes on.
Right, this is what I did. What happens in your head? Yes,
Uh-huh,
I
yeah.
can see that too.
I still wasn't convinced that there would be anything to find, but I kind of wanted Nikita to leave my room before she noticed I'd left some of my underwear on the floor.
Oops.
I mean, I hadn't agreed yet, but fine, I'll go.
How's that?
I guess. Just stop being so rude to me. It's not a good work relationship.
It's not a good look. Fantastic. Thank you for being so accommodating, Trixie. I'll let you get on with it. I have some books to read.
Okay. Nikita brushed off some dust off her skirt and left without a goodbye. According to my laptop, it was still pretty early. I guess I should get going. I may as well get this over with so Nikita stops bothering me. Great. I found some snacks. I knew I would need them on my quest, errand, whatever this crap was. A 20-pack of cheese ropes. I fucking love artificial flavourings. I found my phone under an old shirt. Not that it came in much use. I could basically only take calls and receive messages after years of wear and tear. My phone, like, flickers unless you constantly shake it like a maraca, so I brought along a torch as well. A torch seemed like one of those things it was a good thing to have when you're looking for things. I am so glad that my very, very brief idea with this game was going, it seems British, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Because bringing a torch?
Yeah, torch is pretty British.
That's very British. So just so you all know, torch is the term.
The term for flashlight.
The term for flashlight.
Also, look at the wall socket, not American.
Yeah, absolutely not American. Like,
None.
accurately not American. Even though sometimes you go, they look like they were just fucking around, but in this case you're like, oh yeah, you're British, it's fine.
British. I'm just like that pillow. My God, it's cute and nonsense.
It's really cute. In retrospect, I probably should have made sure if it had batteries in it first before I left. I crammed everything into my bat bag. A lot of people accuse me of having a bat fetish because of all my bat products, but it's not true. I just like that bat cartoon, Cyberdrak Cool Yass from Space, a few years ago, but there's no official merchandise for it, and those bats were really cute.
And just bats are cute. Anyway,
anyway.
protect bats, they're precious.
Anyway, protect bats, which actually is a thing that you should be doing anyway, because bats are really useful. I got distracted by my laptop for a while. Well, like 3 hours, but I got a lot of work done.
Kind of.
Kind of.
There's the underwear.
Kinda.
There's the telltale underwear. And
There's the
milk is still
telltale
on the
underwear.
floor.
You've done it. The 2-hour trek to the countryside during the worst heat wave in a century took its toll on me. Did you make this during now? Like, during the worst heat wave?
Right
Because
now.
so we know a couple people who live in Britain, and they're all like, oh my god, it is so fucking hot right now.
It's so hot.
Oh my god, they were like, I'm dying.
This is very timely.
Yeah, very, very accurate, very timely. I'd never been good with summer. I just usually hide inside, so I'd underestimated how hard it would be out in the sun. It was also about here I realised I never cleaned up the cereal on my floor.
You poor thing, you sound so distracted.
You are deeply distracted. I eventually reached Daffodil Lane. I took a little rest in some shade and got my bearings.
You know what, dear?
Okay.
I appreciate
the
you
little bat
and
bag.
how super, super cute your bat bag is and your support of bats. I also want to be like, you could have asked for the first page. Now, I don't think you actually would have had the presence of mind, just as super reasonable, because you seem super overwhelmed and distracted, but that would have been helpful.
I hope the weather gets worse soon. I could use some rain to cool me off.
Uh-huh.
I took a look down the lane from my vantage point. 4 quaint little cottages dotted the dirt road, and at the far end was the tree line of Blue Hill Woods. I'd been in the woods once before as part of my course. They were old and filled with interesting landmarks. I considered taking a walk in them once I sorted out the play stuff. It was probably cooler under the trees.
Bad idea outside anyway.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Hi!
Ah! A small, rather eccentric-looking rabbit had appeared behind me while I was distracted. Before I could say anything, he held out a weird yellow string.
Ha! Since we're such great friends, I made you a friendship string.
The friendship string was about 6 inches of tattered yarn, seemingly dipped in yellow acrylic paint and sprinkled with what appeared to be sugar. Oh, it was faintly disturbing on a level I can't communicate, even after everything else that transpired in the following days. It still haunts me.
I added sugar so you can taste it if you get hungry. I hope you like it. Best friend.
He seemed proud of himself. I threw it away. I kept it.
I kept it because I was
I'm
confused.
so confused. I
So
kept
confused. I just a thing was handed to me, so I held on to it.
I hold on, confused. I took the string out of the
Yes.
rabbit's paw and held it up for a close look. It looked just as bad up close. I tucked the string away into my bag. for
As you
reasons.
do.
Thanks. So who are?
I'm Parsnip, and that's my cottage. Right there.
He jabbed a paw at the nearest cottage, the one with a well-kept daffodil patch in front of it. A small sign with "My Cottage" stood. We'd written it on it. Stood in the path next to it, clearly marking the cottage as someone's cottage.
I love how much deliberate misspelling there is in this game. It adds so much flavor.
Actually, though,
Immediately.
it's peak humor because people do that shit all the time.
They really do. Yard sard.
Yard sard, strawberries.
Strawberries. It's a-
Even though I know in some cases, so I will put it out here, I am aware that probably a fair amount of those misspellings are also from people who don't normally or have the ability to really speak English well, or even just basically people who have a lower level of education, which is not something necessarily to make fun of, but it is a thing where I do realize even me, where I've had some college, which doesn't necessarily mean anything, I still recognize that I misspell things a lot.
I say, on the other hand, some of them also come from people who are, much like our protag, really distracted and really stressed out and overwhelmed. And I have written some real weird things when I'm super distracted.
I was going to say, and so, classism and education snobbery is bullshittery and we should all stop that, is what I'm basically saying. Cottage. Hi, Parsnip. My name's Trixie. I'm looking for a book that might be around here. Have you heard of The King in Yellow?
Wow, I love yellow. Oh wow, it's my favorite color. I dipped the thing in yellow paint after all, didn't I?
Oh, okay, well, it's good that you like yellow, I guess. The book, though, do you know it?
I don't read books. They're so boring. I'm Parsnip, and I'm a fun bun. Wanna come play with me?
Said no.
Said no, said definitely not. Tried to distract him.
Said
no.
no.
I think it is you don't have enough brain space to do definitely not. It's just no.
Just no?
I said no. Sorry, I have to go find that play for my friend. And I have coursework to do.
Oh, poor thing.
Wow, that sounds really exciting. You're like a detective.
Oh, I mean, it's more like an indentured servitude thing I don't really care about, but my acquaintance Nikita was like, I missed it.
Wow, that's amazing. Do you want to try the the actual, like, advanced thing? Here, I'm going to move to prefs. Prefs, hold on. So, this is the auto-forward, which is usually to the next set of sentences.
Oh, okay, so if it does anything, we'll just...
text speed is how quickly the text appears.
So we can worry about the text later.
So this keeps skipping before, and I think some of it's supposed to be atmospheric, but I think that's way too fast for both of us.
I think that's way too fast, because also we have to voice act it, and we have to register who's doing it.
Wow, cool, that's amazing!
So I appreciate it, y'all. Have fun with rolling back to figure that out. We're figuring this out live as we go. Which is now will be in the past, which will be very meta for you.
Yes, for you.
So we will be for figuring this out eternally. We ride eternal.
Hi, we are confused eternally.
Yes, here we are.
Yes.
Amazing. Before I could begin to formulate a response to Parsnip, the sound of a cuckoo clock blared from inside his cottage. It was loud, even from a good 50 foot away.
Oh God. Oh, it's time for trumpet practice!
Okay, question. Is this British?
I don't know why.
Because now I got really confused. Why 50 foot away? There is no
Instead
foot.
of 50 yards.
50 yards.
Okay, so some people use different systems of measurement even when they live somewhere else.
No, I know
Some people
that.
use meters when they're in America too.
No, I know that, but like more commonly. Does that make sense?
It doesn't have to be common.
This
game is insane.
That's true. Okay, never mind. It doesn't matter.
It's okay. You can go with British if you like. Look at that beautiful countryside.
It does. It looks marvelous.
Own it. We don't know where it's from.
We really don't.
I'll talk to you later, new friend.
Oh God. He merrily skipped off to his cottage.
Is he old enough to have his own house?
Okay, bye. That's probably part of the insanity. Who cares?
Who knows?
Here we go. I crossed Parsnip off my list of potential owners of a forbidden play.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like someone who would own anything that required reading, based on his own words. I started to walk down the lane, past the out-of-tune trumpeting blasting from Parsnip's cottage. I'm not even convinced he even had the trumpet the right way round.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced he even had the trumpet the right way around. I figured I'd try the next cottage, but it didn't look like it was well kept as Parsnip's. But I could see some art easels set up in the garden, which piqued my interest. An arty person might have a copy of an evil play just to make a statement, maybe?
Possibly.
Hey, cool, an artist. I can relate to them. I drew a picture once.
Yes.
I approached the cottage and caught sight of a rabbit, lounging on a deck chair, smoking and drinking wine. Classy. She was tall, stylish, and pretty. I was pretty hyped to meet what I assumed must be a famous artist. Either she didn't see me or chose to ignore me. I noticed her cigarette wasn't even lit. Hey, hi. I waved nervously. I wasn't used to talking to professional artists who were probably rich. She tilted her sunglasses down slightly to look at me before pushing them back up.
It's also like that is a cigarette butt that's not even lit, which is funny. Also, your ears are just super extra.
I love them.
Hello.
I traded off. My head felt light from the heat. I swayed side to side, starting to regret not bringing a drink. Sorry, I don't have any water with me, so I'm a little out of it. Anyway, I just walked down from university, and I'm looking for...
Wait, you walked all the way here? From the university? Without any water? In this heat?
Oh God, she's very slow.
Bonk.
I remember letting out a quiet, yes, and collapsing, but not much else until I woke up a few minutes later. The rabbit's face was looking down at me from her deck chair. She looked mildly concerned, but apparently not enough to move me from being face down in the dirt.
Nor to get out of a deck chair.
Nope, not even slightly.
You fainted. Are you okay?
I think so. Could I maybe have some water?
I brought some out for you already.
She motioned toward the glass of wine on the ground beside me. That's wine? The rabbit went wide-eyed under her glasses. So a glass breaking is probably like the snap.
Stunned.
Yeah.
Stunned.
Okay, got it. Also, the wingtips for days. Oh, so it is. How did that get there?
Oh god. And also I was wondering, I'm like, she looks like she's focusing like what's supposed to be the lit in back towards her face. I really was like, I think she's just out of it.
Yeah.
Or is she just supposed to be an alcoholic? I'm not sure.
Or we're perceiving her from an out-of-it perspective.
Right. She picked up the wine and shuffled shamefully into her cottage, returning a few moments later with some tap water. Shuffled shamefully.
Shamefully. Do the shame shuffle.
Thanks. I downed the water and felt a little better. It was pretty stupid of me not to not bring any with me. I realised I hadn't introduced myself and thought I'd better do it before it became too awkward. Hi.
Hello.
I didn't do a great job of it. I'm Trixie.
LaRose. The spacing between
There was
these are
a
so...
frosty silence.
Like the speed differences is so amazing. It's a little
Well, the thing is
jarring.
also, it's literally now changed everything, so this is also going slower.
I know. Like
So
I
I
said,
actually cannot decide what we should do because
it's so fast.
it's so fast
On the other hand, that might be supposed to be part of the experience.
that you're not supposed to get it all.
You're not supposed to catch it all.
You know what? Fuck it. We'll just put it back. We
No.
were like right around in here, yeah?
I don't know.
I mean, it was about midway.
It's okay. That will be. The
It was a
experience.
little less than midway.
We're gonna
It's
miss
okay.
some stuff.
We will miss some stuff. That is just how this will work, alright, guys? We trust
That
you.
is the game experience.
So if you want to go read stuff, you're gonna have to slow it down and go play it yourself. Or
could do it.
Honestly, I encourage you to play this. This seems hilarious. Alright, there was a frosty silence. So sorry to bother you. I'm just doing someone a favour. They think there's a copy of some old playbook around here, the King in Yellow.
I can't say I've heard of it. Are you sure your friend didn't say Daffodil Library? You know, the one in town.
I briefly worried she had.
Ah.
Oh god. No, I'm pretty certain she said Daffodil Lane. I don't know where it could be, though. I asked Parsnip? Next door. LaRose seemed to grimace at the mention of Parsnip.
You spoke to Parsnip. Are you sure? You look like you still have the will to live. Are you Parsnip's mother? Oh my
I
God.
didn't, but that was unrelated.
Aw.
I mean, yeah, a bit. Is he that bad? I mean, he's a little excitable for sure, but LaRose's blood pressure looked like it was rising rapidly. God, back on topic. Let's not talk about Parsnip. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
That sounds like panic. I decided it was best to change the subject. Anyway, sorry, the book, you haven't seen it? She shook her head.
I don't get out much, though. If it's around here, I probably wouldn't see it. I didn't even realize my neighbors were missing until the police came knocking.
Whoa. Oh, jeez. The squirrels, yeah. Didn't it turn out they just went on a cruise to Pacific Islands because they're rich and got bored? It was on the news for ages.
No. I accidentally started the rumor that they just ran off to go on a cruise during the school term. Probably true. They were rich.
Oh dear.
Rich people do that stuff, right?
What happened? I don't think she was expecting an answer.
Look, I was brainstorming, okay? It's not my fault the police just took that as a fact and ended the investigation immediately.
Oh god.
Whoa.
Oh dear.
I'm sure they're all fine. The police just dumped all the evidence they collected outside and left ACIM, right?
All cops are morons, right?
Is that what that
I
is?
betcha.
Wow.
All cops are monsters?
ACIM. All cops are messy. Point is, you could go poke around in the boxes if you want. They won't care. Maybe you'll find your book.
I love how actually all of us went to something else going, what does the M mean? Yeah, maybe. I asked a little bit more about the area. Thank LaRose for her help. She honestly, if she doesn't know, she's actually already given us enough.
We feel like we've been dismissed, honestly. Be like,
Yeah.
well, thanks, based on how awkward we've been.
I thank LaRose for her help. I decided I better get a move on. LaRose seemed like she had stuff to do, like lounging around in the sun all day pretending to smoke.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, sorry to bother you. I'll go take a look at those evidence boxes.
Have fun.
She went straight back to staring off in the distance. I let her get on with it and headed over to the neighbouring cottage. LaRose was right. The police had left their investigation unfinished and just ditched the evidence into a couple of boxes. Great. Fortunately, the summer had been a dry one and everything seemed to be in good condition. I peered through the cottage's windows. It was definitely deserted. It was probably a pretty nice place when it was looked after. I could see the occasional bit of half-eaten food laying around on the floor, making a mess of the otherwise cosy middle-class countryside retreat. I started sorting through the box labelled Kitchen 1. Most of it seemed to be old bits of snack packaging and half-eaten food. Gross. Oh, gross.
Ew.
Unfortunately, most of it was so artificial it wasn't even capable of moulding.
Well, there you go.
Also, I love the fact that it was moulding spelled with a U, and I'm not sure that's actually accurate. That's why I'm going, is that British? I think moulding, though, is actually supposed to be M-O-L, because M-O-U-L-D is, you're doing, like, crown moulding.
Or again, it could be, just the character mistaking it, because we're going to have some...
and there actually are specifically, like, stuff that's supposed to be misspelled in here, which I think
some
is
awkwardness, yeah.
Yes, but interestingly, a DVD copy of Jenny Jason's archery training time for the Game Machine 100 also had a large bite taken out of it, and the toaster seemed to have lick marks on the grill. The fact that you could tell that is freaking bonkers, and I love that concept, but we are actually out of time.
We are! Being able to actually detect lick marks on the grill, good job, good skill.
Holy cow, though, I have to say, wow, this is incredibly high energy madness.
It just books its way through aggressively, and there's a lot of character to the I'm going to cut things off, I'm going to just jar the conversation, I'm going to talk over you and stuff like that. So it keeps things moving real fast, but yeah, so thank you very much for joining us.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share our videos. It has been super helpful if you do so, actually, to help us with the algorithm, because any amount of engagement tells the algorithm that we exist.
And that more people should see us.
Yes, but also no obligations. If you want to help us out, actually, also more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon and our Twitch, or our Instagram, or our Tumblr, and engage with us there as well. We love talking to you guys. We love seeing you guys when we live stream. We also love having the support of you guys on Ko-Fi and Patreon. That has been fantastic.
Yep.
And other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!